We got us a rainy Friday on November 11th, 2022. Check out the bed camera going on. That is so legit on the big 12-inch screen. Being able to do split screen and have that accessibility while driving down the road. Epic. Y'all can see I'm going to get home about 5:30, so my game plan was perfect for being able to get home for Brady's playoff football game tonight. Go Titans, round number 1. But y'all, like my hunting trip was amazing. It was great. I didn't get one, but didn't see a lot of deer even, but it was amazing. Let me tell you why. Stick with me on this one. So day 1, we get there. I hope you watched that other video. Check it out from a couple days ago when I was coming here. Basically, this is a summary of my hunting trip in Ohio. I'm headed back right now. So I'm in the F350 Limited, and I'm really enjoying this truck. It's surprising me in a lot of ways. I'm going to share with that you all in the future as well. But day 1, hunting on a unbelievable property in a lock-on stand. Hunted all day out of that lock-on for 2.5 days straight. Moved me later, came back and hunted another day. But on day 1, the deer activity was not great. The does were very, very skittish because the rut's getting started and they're like, the bucks are doing their thing, and just the does are like entering the field. They're trying to figure out what's going on, and just wild times. Didn't see a lot of deer. I only saw 6 bucks total, but 3 of them were world-class whitetails. And day 1 was the biggest deer at 4:30 in the afternoon, broad daylight, sun beaming on the field. This buck came out with a doe, was locked up with a doe, and he's a 170 class deer. I mean, I know he is. He's a 300-pound deer, and his rack still looked massive. So I know he was something special. Saw him on the very first day. That got me really fired up. Went straight back the second day. The second day, across the other side of the field, saw another shooter buck in the 140s chasing the doe again. Day 3, saw more deer that day than any day, but just some small bucks and a lot of does that day. Had some crazy encounters with a coyote. It was basically kind of walking perpendicular with me into the stand early one morning, about 5:30 in the morning. Kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. Walked in with a coyote to my stand. Dadgummit, I should have got a chance at him. And then on the last day, yesterday, I was hunting on that same property. Went back to it. I knew that the deer were moving in the woods, in the pocket. So I wanted to be in the woods. They weren't coming out in the open just to come check the corn pile, which is essentially like a scrape up here in Ohio. But got in my favorite spot of the whole trip, and saw another giant, majestic deer. He was in 150, 160, real chocolate horn, some palmation looked like. I even had him at 60 yards, but I couldn't have made a shot because there was too much brush and twigs in the way. So I did the ethical thing and didn't do it. It would have been a very, very low percentage, like 5-10% of me even hitting him. But it still bothers me that I had 3 bucks that were the biggest I've ever seen on the hoof within 200 yards and didn't get a shot at any of them. But that's hunting, y'all. And I told Brady before I left that if I could at least, see some quality deer, that would be a success, and that's exactly what happened. So God is good, and it was a great trip. I will say that it did take me, a couple of days. I never really totally relaxed. I was, kind of still working all the time. Whenever I had a spare moment or whatnot, I would do something. That's just who I am, y'all, and I love what I'm doing. And we have a phenomenal place. So it was a great trip, but it took me a couple days to kind of wind down from being so 100% all the time, 110, you know what I mean? Real deal style. But it was a great trip. I'm headed back now. It's Friday. I could actually be hunting today. Scott Dickey's still hunting, so good luck to him. But it's raining, that hurricane's coming through. And I just know with the weather conditions this morning that I just needed to get on back so I can make it to his game. I'm gonna be there at 5:30, so it worked out really good. I actually drove home some last night, about 3 hours, and picked up our deer. Got a buddy of mine's deer and my deer from Ohio last year, so I'll show y'all some more of that. But And it was a successful trip in many ways, but man, I had some really close encounters. Or not really close encounter, but I just saw 3 phenomenal deer, 1 close encounter, and a blessed trip. So I'm stroking it home in the 350, and I need to talk about that for a second because, you know, as an everyday driver for me, I mean, I'm not going to use this truck to its real towing potential. This is not the truck for me. It's just not. It's an amazing, unbelievable truck. Plenty of power, can do everything you want it to do. But I love that ride quality. I love the athleticness of the Raptor. So that's my truck, but this is my truck too. We're gonna make this sucker bad. And I'm kind of, the fuel economy is gonna fall off from my 17.5. I know that a lot. I know that the overall size is gonna make it more difficult. I know all of those things. I understand that, but I also understand that it's going to be one of the baddest trucks around, and it's going to be something truly special, and I'm truly excited about that. So just know when you do modifications, most of the time you have some sacrifices. Now our F-150 coverts, so a lot of our covert trucks, you're not sacrificing hardly anything, you're gaining a lot. But with this Everest Edition big boy, I'm going to be sacrificing some things, but I'm getting a lot of things in return too. A truly special truck. But the truck is so heavy, and any little crook or cranny in the road, you feel it more. It's just like doom, doom. And you know, we can fix that with the suspension modifications that we do on our coverts, etc. But still, it's just you can't get away from the fact that it is what it is, being a heavy live axle truck front and rear, to where that's just what comes. That's one of the compensation things you got to deal with when having a truck of this size and magnitude and capability. So the Raptor, that's more me, that's more real deal. But you know, with us doing more stuff with four-wheeler racing and hauling needs, and probably do some more camping maybe, this truck's going to be fun. But I just can't wait to get it lifted up in the air. It's going to be great to see how that does. But in the stock form, I'm really impressed with it. I could see myself leveling this truck out. Maybe go up in the tire size. I'd go 37, or do like Dickie and did 325 60/20s. But love the truck, and as an everyday driver, you do a few additions to it, go to some Fox shocks or go to aftermarket shocks in general, would improve your ride quality. Do a different torsion sway bar up front, just something to shore it up a little bit more. Maybe even do a leaf pack in the rear. Definitely do a deeper in the back. So there's ways to make it drive better, but in the stock form, I love this truck. It's a $98,000 truck. It's a bad boy, but we still got to make it better with some Wild Withie's love. So I'm going to stroke it on back. I hope I've kept y'all entertained with good content and stuff while I've been gone. Haven't had time. I've tried to edit some videos, but I'm just hunting all day wears you out. And I didn't sleep, y'all. I did not sleep in the stand. I was in a lock-on. I had a harness on, family, but still, you know, that's no way. So, and I just didn't want to get down and go to sleep because I was dedicated to the hunt. I wanted to kill a big buck. And but stay tuned for more. I got a lot of videos to edit and get out to you, and we got some cool stuff coming. We got an F450 Western hauler that's going to be in the National Rodeo Finals in Las Vegas in December, and we're going out to that. It's going to be epic. Like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? And we have a lot of custom vehicles for customers and lot vehicles that are getting done very soon. So it's all coming to you right here. Peace out.